Equestria Girls came out 5 years ago, and as many others in the fandom at the time, I was unsure about the new direction the show was taking. But over time, the series of movies, shorts, songs, and mini episodes made the series become one of my favorite things in the fandom so far. With a great amount of art, fanfiction, and animation that have become some of the works that I most enjoyed from the fandom. But how did this happen? Why do I and so many other bronies like Equestria so much? Well, the answer to these questions lies mostly in one simple thing. Or rather, someone. Sunset Shimmer. This, at the time, one-off villain has become one of the main reasons people come back for more and has become one of the staple characters of the show along with the original main six. That, well, until a certain character came around. But we'll save her for a different episode. Right now, we will only focus on our favorite baking hair girl. Ready? Okay, let's go. Now, before we can figure out what makes this character so special, we first need to have a quick look over her history. Now, I'm going to try to keep this as brief as possible, since she has been covered a lot in the community over the past years. So I will try to condense it as much as possible so I don't bore you guys to death. Sunset Shimmer started very much as Twilight did. She was a protege of Princess Celestia, and like Twilight possessed great magical prowess. However, she differed from Twilight in the fact that Sunset was power hungry, always wanting more, never settling for what she had. This power hunger only increased when she discovered a mirror portal connecting Equestria with the human world, where she saw a reflection of herself as an alicorn. After confronting Celestia about this, in repeated occasions, Celestia told Sunset she was not ready to know, which led Sunset to flee into the mirror portal, leaving her old home behind. The new world where she now resided gave her the form we all know and love of a human. Or something resembling a human, anyway. She proceeded to give an interview to the Human 5 to get to know how they got together and how to break them apart. Here's where the first movie comes in, and we all know what happens. She controls the school, steals the crown, Twilight reunites the Human 5, Sunset is defeated, the end. At this point, Sunset may appear as a very one-dimensional character, and to be frank, she is. Not much growth happened to her over her sudden change of heart at the very end. But now that we have her backstory covered, we can get into the aspects that give Sunset, in my opinion, the title of best character in the whole of MLP. While the first movie was quite bland in the presentation of Sunset, it's Rainbow Rocks that really make Sunset into the character she is today. Following the events of this first movie where Twilight offered Sunset redemption, we see Sunset trying to gain back the trust of the student body after all terrible things she did in the past. It is not easy, and this shows a clear struggle that proves that her actions did have consequences, not only in the short term, but in the long term. The whole movie focuses on Sunset's redemption, and how hard it can be to convince people you change when all they see in you is your past mistakes and actions. This makes the character truly compelling, and makes the audience feel sympathy for her, since a lot of us were outcasts as well, and know how it feels to be rejected by almost everybody. It's not until the end of the film that she understands, with a little help from Twilight, that she must let go of her past to build herself a new image. And that's when we get the most rewarding moment in the series.
You're never gonna bring me down. You're never gonna break this part of me. My friends are here to bring me around. Not singing just for popularity.
Where Sunset defeats the Sirens at the end of Rainbow Rocks, symbolizing the defeat of her own inner demons. It's also the point where she really shows her change, and she is forgiven by her fellow students. Well, most of them, resulting in a very fulfilling character arc that made Sunset who she is. In the following movies and shorts, she would be shown to have grown as a leader for her friends and a mentor to Human Twilight in friendship games and Legends of Everfree. During the Forgotten Friendship special, we learned that one certain Wallflower Blush didn't forgive Sunset for her misdeeds, and in fact, despite the fact that the rest of the school had forgotten her past, further solidifying the consequences of her actions. Finally, her reunion with Princess Celestia was probably another great moment of closure for her. Really shows in her delivery.
Princess Celestia, the last time we saw each other, I was your snide little pupil who betrayed and abandoned you. I mean that I come before you a changed pony, humbly asking for forgiveness, guidance, and knowledge.
She feels truly humbled, and it's then that it strikes us just how much she changed as a character since we first met her. It makes us feel as proud as Celestia of Sunset to see how far she's gone, how much is still waiting for her. She may have started as a very one-dimensional villain, but through the slow building and time that the MLP team gave her, Sunset Shimmer has become one of the most relatable characters in the whole show. She's like the Spider-Man of MLP. A character that everyone can relate to and care for, and probably will care for many years after the show is over. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. I've had a lot of fun making this video, and I'm glad I could finally share it with you guys. Discuss the video down below and tell me what should I make next. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you in the next one.